Okay, it's been super hot and it looks like I need a haircut, but I'm on camera anyway. Today I'm doing something new again, and I am going to be gathering elderberries off of these trees. See right there. I'm going to be making a syrup out of them, which could be useful for many things, medicinal purposes. What else was I going to do with that? Making or just putting it on food. Maybe. Ooh, I would like to. Okay, what is that? Hold on. I think it's my ponytail, like hitting my or hair from my ponytail. Anyway, elderberry, good for the flu and headaches and what else? Immune system things. Anyway, they're here, so I thought let's make use of them. I totally missed out on the plums recently. I ate a few, and then a week later the bugs got the rest, so I'm gonna try to be more on top of things. So elderberry syrup, that's what I'm doing today, and dried elderberry to like store them for later. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I googled it, so I want to be an herbalist, so let's get started with that. So many beautiful berries. So what the internet says is to go after the bunches of berries that are dark purple. Also says to check them and like smush them. Come on, you can focus and see what color the juice is inside of it, dear. And I can't see it right there. If it's purple, it's ripe. If it's like white, it's not. That looks pretty purple to me. Oh, why did I do that? You're not supposed to eat them raw. Could cause vomiting. You must eat them cooked. They must be heat treated. So what is suggested is to nip off a whole little thing here. This is rough. I need like 3 hands to nip that off. There it goes. Damn. And then bring it inside and freeze them, and then it's easier to get them off rather than picking them all off one by one. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill this bag with lots of berries and then freeze them. I have to ask, because these videos are for you, do you prefer it when I do my hair and makeup, or are you okay with me being like this? I do have some powder and mascara on, because otherwise I have no eyes or no eyelashes. Yeah, so I'm asking because I was really debating whether or not to make this video, because I really didn't feel like doing my hair and makeup. I didn't curl my hair last night or anything, and sometimes I just don't want to make the effort. But I thought, you know, we'll make the video, we'll look presentable, we'll make the video, and I'll ask you guys about it. I mean, the options are I don't make videos when I don't feel like dressing up, or I come to you like this. So let me know. Elderberries. Here's what I'm doing. Oh, almost right in the bag. Not quite. Boy, it's hot. Well, hopefully that's enough for what I want to do. Actually, I wanted to make a tincture too, like putting it in alcohol and preserving it, also as a medicine. So yes, I've got a nice bowl. Well, if it's not enough, I can just come back out, but the rest of them are really high. Well, there's a couple I could get. So I strained, I rinsed out a lot of the berries, and I put a bag of them in the freezer, and now I'm going to go through all of these because I have to get the little stems and twigs out, because those are not good for us. So I'm going to sit here and watch a little YouTube video while I sort through. And these I guess I'll put straight outside to dry. The other ones I'll shake off once they're frozen and kind of do the same thing. Well, we'll see how it goes. First time for everything. Alright, so I've got many bunches in the freezer right now, but I went through all the loose ones at the bottom of the bag, picking out twigs. How long does that take me? That was like an hour. And so we're just gonna lay those outside to dry. And see. Hopefully the birds don't think I'm serving an afternoon snack. So some of them are outside drying, and some of them are in the freezer, freezing. But due to the hot weather this week, it's above 30 degrees Celsius, I don't think it's a wise idea to be putting things on the stove. This house does not have air conditioning, so I might have to just postpone the rest of this process until next week when it's supposed to be like 10 degrees cooler. So this'll, maybe I'll dress up for that part of the video, we'll see, but maybe not, because I don't really want to stain any nice clothing. My fingers are very pink now. Anyway, so just gonna let you know now that this will be continued later, and I will be wearing something different. Hi guys, it's been like a week or so and I'm back at it. I dried enough elderberries to make use of this recipe. I'm actually cutting the recipe in half because I don't think I need as much syrup as they're saying to make, but I could be wrong. We'll find out. Anyway, it was nice and hot weather and I managed to dry a lot of elderberries, but I also, well, it turned wet and rainy, and then the drying did not go so quickly. So I'm still drying more because I have a ton in the freezer. But we're gonna get started today, and what I'm doing is taking 50 milliliters, milligrams. Oh, I'll check. I'll also link the instructions below. But I'm putting it into a quart of cold water where it will soak for 30-60 minutes, and then I'll come back and turn it on and start boiling. Here we go. I need both hands now. Well, alright, my berries have soaked. I'm not quite sure what the purpose of actually drying them out was, but maybe I'll learn someday why that needed to be done. So now that they're kind of rehydrated, I have to turn this on to a medium fire and bring it to a boil. I was just reading ahead in the directions, and it said after this gets to a rolling boil, I must simmer it for 30 to 45 minutes, and this period cannot be shortened because it has to boil away the cyanide-like toxins in the seeds. So let's hope this doesn't kill me. What is it? That makes me a little uneasy. Why didn't I read that before? Alright, now it's cooled to room temperature, and what I'm supposed to do is strain it, and then put it back in there, and then add half the amount of honey that they were asking for. So I have to add 3/4 a cup of honey, and then set it to boil again. So I've strained it and smashed it because the instructions, well, they were going for 2 cups and said it needed to measure spot on 2 cups, but I'm having the recipe and I needed to squeeze it out to get to 1 cup, and I am almost there. I'll probably just add a little bit of water when I boil it with the honey. It's almost dinner time here. Well, someone has to prepare dinner, and I need to get my butt out of the kitchen. So here's what's gonna happen. This is gonna boil for 10 to 30 minutes. I'll take it off, and then I will put it in some kind of container, and I will show you, the syrup once it's contained before it's refrigerated. Deal? Deal. I'm just gonna assume that's a deal because I'm in control here. I have to say I'm really enjoying this exploration into herbalism. It's so nice to finally just start experimenting with things, and I should keep track so I can look back at the end of the year and see all I've learned and all I've made, and I guess it's boiling now, so I'll keep an eye on that. But just wanted to say that it feels very good, and I can't wait to see the progress I make and look back at these videos and think, what was she doing? This is how it's going after 20 minutes. I don't really know what I'm anticipating, but another 10, I guess, and we'll let it cool and see what it looks like. It's just very bubbly, I can't keep up. Well, I probably overcooked it, burned it or something, because it's basically like a caramel. It's a little burned. Tastes alright, but I'm gonna try to make some little candies with it and hope I don't ruin this jar. And I'll try it again next time. If anyone has any tips on how to do it right, maybe someone out there knows what they're doing. But I guess this concludes the episode 1 of making elderberry syrup. It's a new day, and I'm trying again. At first you didn't succeed. Push yourself up and try again. What other songs? Yes, I didn't want to leave you with that failure, so I'm trying again. I'm not going to burn it this time. And in the meanwhile, I have harvested more from the freezer. Also have a batch I'm trying to speed up the dehydration process in there. And I'm going to bring this to a boil. I've added the honey, strained it in the wrong order. I'm going to bring it to a boil and then stop, and then that will be it, and we'll see how it goes. So here's what I've ended up with. It's still hot, so I can't really pick it up, but brought it to a little boil, and then poured it in here, and we'll see how it is when it's cooled down. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a solid as well, but I don't think it will this time. So maybe that's a success. It's purple. It's the correct color. So, as are my fingers. So, yes. So what will we use it for? Well, apparently it's good for colds and the flu. No one here has it, but hey, you know, and it's got a lot of vitamin C and antioxidants and whatnot, and I'd like to make some ice pops with it, although the weather is turning chilly. But I want to find different uses for the syrup. My boyfriend said he used to use it on pancakes and things like that, which is why I didn't think it would be so runny. So cross your fingers, it thickens up a bit. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to find all sorts of uses for it and dry out a bunch more berries for future use. And if you have some good recipes you recommend, please let me know, because I want to make use of everything I possibly can. Hi, I can't remember the last thing I said for this video, because I made the elderberry syrup / juice a couple weeks ago and put it in the fridge, and then went to France, and now I'm back. And I kept thinking, how can I make it more syrupy? And I finally found what might be a solution. Someone suggested the arrowroot powder can act as a thickener. So what I'm going to do is have some in a cup and put some boiling water into that to dissolve it, and then put it into the elderberry water, which I have on the stove right now to heat that up. And I'm going to stir it up and then put it back in the jar, and hopefully that will thicken it up a little bit. So we'll see. Either way, it's healthy, and I should be taking a daily dose probably, but I'm not. Sometimes I'm just too lazy for prevention, and wait till I'm sick. I admit. All right, here goes this experiment. That might be a little much. The jar was pretty full. But, well, okay, I'm going to pour a little bit of it out. That's probably too much water. Okay. Oh dear, it's got jelly already. Oh no. Shoot. Might need my hands, hold on. Alright, I chucked it in, and I'm going to have to filter out some chunks that form too quickly. But it did seem to do the jelly-fying trick. Maybe I will put a little directly in there. Okay, I tossed a little more in there and stirred it up. I didn't want to risk goofing it up and not having two hands. I'm going to turn it off now and strain that back into its jar and let it cool and see what happens. I had to use both hands and my teeth to hold that. So I've strained it and it's back in there, and I'll let it cool and show you what it looks like in a couple hours maybe. Alright, it's several hours later and I even added a little more and it didn't do anything. I don't know how much would actually make a difference. It did gel. It gelled in a little glass there, but I don't know. It's still a possible remedy, but I'm just not doing it correctly, and I don't want to use the whole bag. So there's that. Let me know if you have success. Hello from post-production Kendall. I'm sitting here editing the video that you just finished watching and realized that last clip was not a good way to end the video. So I felt the need to say something. And what I'm going to say is that I failed. I did not end up with a syrup. I ended up with a caramel and a juice. So if any of you have successfully made an elderberry syrup, please leave your tips and tricks in the comments below so that I can try again someday and succeed. I would really like to succeed. Yeah, I'd appreciate any advice you might have, because that didn't really go the way I wanted it to. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Anyway, I hope you have more success, and I will see you on the next video, which is an historic wardrobe sewing video, I guess. Really, I don't, yeah, that's what it is. So, I'll talk to you later. Ciao.